Imta Abdurkosha Yuat Biwasamus Patimta Anuki Sayucho Pata Makusho Atsekaka Amsho Yamasi Nuwabiyanat Wahaza Kalun Hasta Pag Atmidmea Taseta Shed. Greetings. Begin all things by first using the all. I am Chief Nanya of the Atsikata Nation of Yamasee Moors, plenipotentiary of the planet, and this is now fact number 219. This now fact is brought to you all courtesy of a email that I got from Yuhu L. We know him as X-Man. Here's his Twitter handle. And this is a text message that he got from the owners of the wine company out of California, which is owned by the Rothschilds, incidentally. So here's what happened. This morning I received a text from Opus One Winery, owned by Rothschild. So yes, they are watching me. So why text me? We know why. One of the lepers who owns Opus One is Baron Philip the Rothschild, same name as my debtor appellation. And I tagged a couple of the autochtons that are on Whitework. So when we click on it, as you can see, May 16th at 9:10, here's the screenshot of the text message. It's another one, and then here's a zoom in. So as far as we know, X-Man just confirmed, we don't know any of Rothschilds directly. Very expensive looking watch here and the bracelet. Interesting. So how did we get to this point? How did this even happen? Well, first we want to go, this is Yuhu's Facebook right here, so you can see it. And then we're going to go to all the evidence that I've done over years. So you see 2015, October 21st, I had written on the 14th of October, I wrote an open letter to the Vatican, and Jesse Jackson writes an open letter to the Vatican 8 days after I've done it. So we know that he was watching me. Then, when you do a search on Google and your Facebook page, an open letter to Pope Francis is #1 out of 16,600,000 searches on Google search. This is evidence and proves I'm the creditor, in fact, lien holder, secured party, and beneficiary of the Vatican and the Holy See, all their subsidiaries, all their dioceses, etc., and the Pentagon. And this is the link to the lien. When you click on it, it'll take you to show that I do have an active lien on the Vatican and the Pentagon. And this shows you that the ancestors are guiding me. This is for all you detractors and people who have a lot to say but can't do no action. Next, this is Global Planetary and Solar System notice that my certificate, which was sent to Ancestry DNA based on the fraud regarding their contract, and it was recognized and accepted by Ancestry DNA. So they have this on record. And so these are the things to show the body of work that I've done. Also, Anna Von Reitz. For all the people who think Anna Von Reitz is doing something, never seen this woman's face, no place. She's like a ghost. Don't see her doing nothing, but I have emailed her, as you can see, and she never responded to me because she's still pushing failed supremacy. And then, of course, the faxes that I've tried multiple times, I attempted multiple times to fax the Vatican regarding an issue here in Edmonton, and for some reason it wasn't going through. So that's the body of work that I've done. So this is showing the framework of how someone who knows me, Autochton that knows me, went through my process, and he does a lot of does music, and then to see that they communicate with him, and he doesn't drink alcohol. We'll get to that. We're gonna go look at his. This is on my Telegram. So then I had to cut out some of the sentences just so it could fit it on the, just so I could fit it on the Twitter feed. So, Rahul at Jaworti now. My Facebook account was hacked into on Gregorian Saturday the 13th. I had to change my password and reset. This morning I received a text from Opus One Winery owned by Rothschild. So yes, they are watching me. I didn't drink any alcohol or look at any alcohol sites. So why text me? We know why. One of the lepers who owns Opus One is Baron Philip the Rothschild. Same name as my debtor appellation, Philip. You got him panicking, Great White. Here are the screenshots at the door. And so, as you can see here, put this on. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, this is Opus uh, Opus One, and this actually is 1990 is when this wine was. So the years are 33. So we know the significance of 33 as it deals with the they call Masonic or Aka from ancient Tamaray because 3 is considered a magical number. So out of all the wines they choose to send a picture of, they send one from 1990. So that's their way of sending a message to him and to me. And we accept for value and consideration with full reservation of our autochthonous rights eternally into the darkness and return it to you, Rothschild, for full discharge, closure, settlement, and compliance with the accounts. So continuing on, I claimed all the British press, all the press I've claimed them, all those are mine. Now, how do we get to that point with the Rothschild? We have to go to my LinkedIn. Now, years ago, and I'm going to show the email in a second, Joy Countess de la Dalmon, CEO of Polo Consultants, President of International Beach Polo Association, IBPA, and Ford Model, saw a post I had on my LinkedIn. As you can see, here's my LinkedIn page. And so she actually went, this is all photos of her. So I don't know if she's trying to get me to be a model or something, but I'm not interested in that. But she did communicate, and here's the evidence. So she knows she was the boyfriend of Nathan Rothschild. I think they broke up, but they were going out at the time. So now I'm going to show the evidence, how this is all tied together. I sent an email to what's called the peerage. Go up here. Daryl at the peerage on January 1st, 2015 at 6:34 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, not GMT. Greetings, Daryl. I got your website from Joy Countess de la Dalmont, CEO of Polo Consultants, President of IBPA Ford Model. I would like to know how I would go about putting my appellation and related peerage information to be included on your peerage site. If it is simply the matter of forwarding you my peer information, then see attached file. I've attached my documentation and it is also published at this web link. Much appreciated. UCC 1-308, all rights reserved. UNDRIP, which is the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, the Asakata Nation and Yamasee Constitution, and the UN International Decade for People of African Descent. Now, keep in mind, this email was sent 2015. And so he got the Cheddarman picture in the article, which he's aware of. The FedEx I sent to the Duchy of Lancaster, Hebrew Squat, who said what we've said as statutory things have no bearing. But that's not what maritime law says, and that's not what the Article 61 of the Magna Carta says either, Bruce. So we already know what it is. And they have this, where I claim the British throne. Now, Daryl at the peerage in the UK, notice, hasn't said anything. And I've emailed him about 3 times in the past 8 years. No response. So they know that they're not royal. Here's the actual claim. 5/25/2012, and I signed Elizabeth's name because it's a common law procedure under UCC 3-415. The claim is valid and it was filed in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so I am a claimant on the British throne and the crown. The other family crests and coats of arms, I've claimed all these, like the Andros, the British royal families, the Stuarts, as you can see here. That's who it was. It was us living in Europe. Europe is named after an Ethiopian princess. The apostille that we did on the Regina versus Ja case, that John Anthony Hill made a precedent, proving that Elizabeth was never queen and therefore she broke her contract, and as such, she has no authority to bring victimless legislative charges against anyone. Everything's operating in corporations and fiction. And as you can see, this is the actual jury verdict. This is a precedent. No one's talking about John's case, especially the people in the United Kingdom. So to me, they're asleep. How can you not see this? You can challenge at any time. So, and since he's done it, that's it. And 7, useless. She wants to be a black woman, and black means pale, means she has no standing at law. So she's a walking robot or a hologram. For the Charter of the Commonwealth, which I sent off, the peerage has all of this as well. And my claims on all the crests, all the heraldry crests, I'm claiming them. The Moor, the Sheriff, or the Sharif, as you can see here, the Sheriff, all of those are my crests now. They're my property. The Windsor, and here's the claim again, the Windsor Plymouth, the Mount, the Batten, the Bird, all of that I've claimed. And England. So the peerage had an obligation to say something, but since they didn't, that means the peerage knows that the so-called Windsor, Saxe, Coburg, Botha are fraudulent. So that's how it went full circle. So since Joy was aware of what I was doing back in 2015, that means the Rothschilds have been watching everything that I've been doing, and all the other autochtons and all the white autochtons that I train and teach. They've been seeing everything. So this explains how they sent it, and they knew who they sent it to. They sent it to my white musician, X-Men. So they sent him a bottle of wine. And so we have to say, well, what is wine symbolism? Let's look that up here. Or metaphysical meaning. Yes, metaphysical meaning. Metaphysical meaning of wine symbolizes the vitality that forms the connecting link between soul and body. It represents an all-pervading free essence that is generated from the nerve substance or water of life. The wine of life or vitality of the organism must be available in large quantities before blending of thought or of soul and body wedding can be made successfully. That's one example. New wine is symbolic of the Holy Spirit. That would be the Egyptian deity Khonsu, who was an exorcist in ancient Tamaray, which they call Egypt. Wine symbolism. Oh, they had one for Egypt. Yes, where is it? Oh, I have it in my Telegram. Yes. I'm going to show everyone this. At least I thought I had it. Oh, okay, so it's not there. Oh, here. It should be it here. I'll just put it up on my Telegram right now. I took the two screenshots and put this up. So this is being done as this is being recorded. There we go. Yeah, we'll put all three of these up. Fabulous. So just to confirm, so here we have wine symbolism. It has always been an important symbol in the Christian tradition as well. Wine is a constant in Christianity. It is said to be a gift of God to humanity. It's in the Last Supper. It symbolizes Christ's blood. In this case, it would be what? The ancient deity Hiru, son of Usir, Osiris, as they say in Greek, and Aset, or Isis in the Greek. What does the wine bottle symbolize? Always associated with the divine and royal spheres. Wine is a symbol of prestige, uniqueness, wealth, and integrity. Giving a beautiful bottle in an engraved wooden box is like giving a jewel in its casket. So the Rothschilds know what I have done. That's why they're in uncharted territory. Also in history, in 3000 BC in Egypt, wine was known as erki, where black grapes were known as the eyes of Horus, one of their gods. Wine was one of the items that Egyptians placed in royal tombs to accompany them on their journey to the afterlife. Even back then, they indicated with labels on the wine vessels the area and vineyards to which the wine belonged. This could be considered the beginning of the denomination of origin. So again, Tamaray taught Earth what they would never have known otherwise. And Opus One Winery is a winery in Oakville, California. And it is the realized dream of two men, Baron Philip de Rothschild of Chateau Mouton Rothschild in Bordeaux and Napa Valley Victor Robert Mondavi. Together, our founders set out to create a single wine dedicated to the pursuit of uncompromising quality. So, as we continue going forward, this is to give you all a very thorough background. Now you see the connection between Joy, Nathan Rothschild, the work that we're doing, telling the world we are the original white people, we are the Caucasian, we are the European, we are first on the planet, and the planet is ours for those that are white, not for black people, not for African Americans, not for people of color, not for visible minorities, none of you all, because that is a contract where you say you don't exist. So now you see the connection there and why they sent X-Men that picture and the text, because they know X-Men and I talk, they block our calls a lot, so we have to be doing it through the Facebook or Telegram or what have you. I think things are going to change now that we brought out this fact. Sometimes I can't call them, we call the line is choppy, the X-Men, they cut it. So now we go here. This is the Nilotic Negro, showing the original type of depiction found in Europe by kind permission of Messengers, Hutchinson and Company, or Messrs. Hutchinson and Company, the publishers of the Uganda Protectorate from the Origin and Evolution of Primitive Man by Albert Churchward. So we were in Europe. We were all throughout Europe. They know this and they're trying to hide it. And this brings us to the next point. There's an old book, you can't, if you click on this link, it will not come up again. They took it down because I was using it since June 13, 2018. They took it down because it hit too hard to home. It changes everything, commerce, it changes education, school, universities, technology, everything gets changed. This is from the book called Races of Men. And here, this is a picture of a Caucasian. So as you can see here, this is what a Caucasian looks like. That looks like a Nilotic Negro. And European is wrong because Europe is named after what? An Ethiopian princess named Europa. So this is incorrect. You just strike this out so everyone can be aware. So that's it. So this is wrong. Europeans and Caucasians are dark skinned, not pale. Another confession by the Daily Mail in the UK. Europeans were dark skinned until 8,000 years ago. Pale complexions were brought to Europe from the Near East study claims. The original migrants to Europe from Africa arrived 40,000 years ago. Up until 8,000 years ago, early hunter-gatherers largely had darker skin. When Near East farmers arrived, they carried with them light skin genes. Genomes of 83 people found 5 genes linked with diet and skin changes. So more confession that the people calling themselves European are not the original. This is the original. So now that we have all this covered, now for those that don't know, here is the NFT that I have on OpenSea. You can see right here, the NFT showing I have a certified UCC being on Elizabeth II and the Rothschild, which is on the Polygon network on the blockchain. Certified. And this was as of August 26, 2010. Then my claim came in, and that's it. So I am the King of England. Not Charles, not William. All of those are pale people, and their genes are all messed up. They're in a breeding program with the Rothschilds. So therefore, they're not the original people. They are celestials. This is our planet, and I've claimed the planet back. And for those that are wondering, what do you mean? Watch me show you. So I am the plenipotentiary of the United Kingdom of Earth. Commercially can't be disputed, spiritually, ethically. All parties who are aware should have said something, all agents should have said something, they've all stayed silent. So therefore that's it. And I am now the creditor, magistrate in right. What this also means for those that are wondering, well, how come you don't have the crown? Listen, you got to understand Uniform Commercial Code. I don't have to have physical possession. Don't you see the picture of me wearing the crown right here? I don't have to have physical possession. UCC 9-609, then original owner of the planet. So I claim the planet back on the blockchain. And now we will go to the filing itself so you can see Elizabeth, first name, Windsor Elizabeth Alexandra, Buckingham Palace, London. And then on the second page, N.M. Rothschild and Sons Limited, Newport, London, banking. So I got the liens. And what does this mean with the collateral? All debtors, assets, stocks, bonds, insurance policies, principal and interest of monetized financial instruments, dividends, lands, and titles for all properties on earth. So yes, you are looking at the original. You are looking at the true owner of the planet. I've done it commercially. They stayed silent. UCC 1-202, they got notice and they stayed silent and gave tacit consent under UCC 2-201, paragraph 2. All this was done broad daylight, never hid anything I did. And here's the claim, 5/25/2012, non-sitter, non-negotiable. So no court on the planet can touch this, and the filing of this statement of claim does not affect the effectiveness of an initial financing statement or other filed record. Yes, I am the claimant. I am the creditor in fact, I am the King of England and plenipotentiary of the planet Earth. Signed under UCC 3-415. That's published, and all amendments I made, only amendments can be made by myself. And so I've done something which no one has ever done. Active claim of Elizabeth II's death certificate. Since she was not queen, her daughter Anne had no business putting Her Majesty on the picture. So that death certificate is a fraudulent certificate, which is on the blockchain as you can see here. And I've claimed that, making me the beneficiary of Elizabeth II's estate. So Charles is now responsible for turning all the assets of Purple Investment Management LLP over to myself. They have my phone number. They know what my phone number is. So you have two choices. You can either be honorable or you deal with the Anunnaki. So you have two choices, Rothschild. Deal with me, or you deal with the Anunnaki who are here. Either way, you lose. So stop playing around, and if you cannot be honorable, you will suffer cause and effect, because now the whole world knows that you actually are thieves. Abjugadur, abjugadur, abjugadur. For those of you that are seeing this information for the first time and want to get white and you're black, get on my webinar. Contact information is there, 587-712-0639 or 587-501-7262 or axakataym@gmail.com or aspwebinar@protonmail.com. And so, just to let the Rothschilds know, the same way you're watching us, our ancestors are going to be watching you. So don't think for 1 second that we know about darkness. Our ancestors are watching you too. You're not hiding nothing from our ancestors.